What is going on, guys? Long time no see. Now it's been a while since I posted a video, so I want to take this opportunity with it being September 1st to post a full update video as to how my garden currently looks like, what I'm currently growing, and how's everything just going. But it's pretty exciting, you know. I have a lot of new things going on in my life. I think it's about 2 months since I posted a video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed these type of video. You know, this is my gardening journey, following along and just seeing what I'm growing in my backyard right now. So let's get to it, all right? I want to start things off with a quick scan. You can see far on the left side there is my banana tree, my prized possession. That thing has been alive for 3 years now. You can see my garden beds right over here. I have 3 of them now, 2 more back there. This right here is taking over my entire garden, and we'll get to that in a little bit. It's mint. If you know what mint is, you know how bad it can get. My fruit tree back there. You can see some roses, some hydrangeas. Over here is my fig, some hydrangeas, and 3 fruit trees. So first things first, I want to start with my fig tree. You know how many videos I've posted about my fig tree. I think I've had this thing for about 2 years now. It's produced so many fruits for me. I think in a couple of my shorts recently, you know, you can see how many I've harvested. I think in total, I think 20 or 25 figs in total. So it's been very abundant, you know, very delicious. I highly recommend you grow some fig trees. Moving on to the next section, you know, this season I really wanted to try growing a lot of different type of flowers. So I had some limelights right here. I grew 4 different type of roses, and you know, they're still producing flowers right now. You look right here, you can see another bud growing right here. So they are still producing throughout the season. They're absolutely beautiful. And then, you know, once they do bloom, I just cut them up, put them in a jar inside, and it's amazing. It smells really good too. Moving on down to over here, I got my 3 blueberry plants right here, my pink lemonades, my titans, my tiff blues. I think I made a couple of videos too as well, a couple of shorts about, you know, how they crossbreed and everything. The pink lemonade with the titans, they were like massive pink blueberries. A little sour, some were sweet, but it's so delicious. With blueberries, you just have to plant them once, and they just produce fruits every single season. They just get bigger and bigger, more and more. So very fun snacks to have in your garden, guys. Now we head on to this monstrosity over here. This right here is a shisho mint. I think they're also called beefsteak leaves, but look at that. They are taking over my entire garden bed. Now, I didn't plant them in this bed. So I had them in a small container, and I think the seeds are spread everywhere. So now you can see it's taking over everything, but it smells really, really good. You can eat them in spring rolls. Hidden right down here though are a bunch of my carrots. I am growing a lot of carrots. I think I harvested a couple. You can see deep in here, you can see the carrot head top right there. So you can use the greens to make pesto, make some type of salad out of them, but they're very delicious, very nutritious, plenty of carrots. To move forward to my other 2 beds, you know, right down here, I got more carrots growing right here, more carrots growing over there. I had a lot of weed and some dead stuff growing on this bed right here previously, so I got rid of them all and I just left the carrots. So I do need to plant some more stuff in here. Now the funny thing is, if you look inside these beds, I have some random stragglers. Like this right here is a beet right there. Over here we have some Swiss chards growing right there. So it's kind of funny that I have some little things growing here and there. Moving on to something exciting is my Mayor lemon tree. For the first time ever, I'm actually having some lemons right now. Let me show you real quick. Look closer there, you can see this beautiful lemon right here. But also, not only that though, we have a second beautiful one growing right down here. You know, I had a lemon tree, I think 2 years ago. I didn't really take care of it, so it died out, but so I'm so excited to have another plant growing, and I actually have 2 lemons. Now here it only takes 1 to 2 lemons to make a cup of lemonade, so I'm excited to wait for it to ripen, harvest it, make my first ever cup of homemade lemonade. I'll make a video about it too and show you guys my experience and let you know how it goes, all right? Now this year I have 2 tomato plants right here and a volunteer tomato right here. I actually didn't plant this one at all. I think this is a cherry tomato variety. You can see a couple cherry tomatoes growing right now. So I'm not really sure how this thing came about, but I cannot complain about volunteer plants. I have 2 larger variety of tomatoes right here. I just harvested 2 really nice ones a couple days ago, but I think they are going to produce a couple more, so hopefully we get some more tomatoes for the season. The next plant I'm showing you guys is something I grow every single season. They are amazing. They're okras. Just look here, even right now there's a couple of okras that I can harvest right now that they are good for snacking for. They're super easy to grow, guys. Very low maintenance. They produce a lot of okras too as well. You don't have to worry about pests at all either, so that's the nice thing about them. They don't take a lot of space. This is the dwarf variety, so they don't grow like super tall, and they're absolutely delicious, you know. I actually just posted a short recently about eating raw okra as a snack. They're not slimy at all, very crunchy, very delicious. So give it a try, guys. On to this next garden bed right here. As you can see, it's been taken over by mint, but look at how massive this marigold plant is. You know, marigold is a very, very good deterrent for pests. I planted a couple of seeds in here. I did not expect for it to grow so big. Look how high it is. Let me zoom out real quick. Look at that. It is growing so well. So very happy with these marigolds this season. A couple seasons ago, I planted them some small ones. You know, they never really got very big, but when I planted them from seeds, look at that. Beautiful over here, growing up here, all the way over here. So if you want a really easy pest repellent, you know, grow some marigold, guys. They're super easy to take care of. And you guys know this is probably one of the MVPs on my channel. I make an update video almost every single month on my banana tree. It has died 2 times now, I think, no, 3 times now. I think this is the 3rd time, but hopefully I keep it alive. I plan on you know, wrapping it up during the winter time so that way it can survive the frost, but just look how thick it is right now. Look at that, look how beautiful it is. Hopefully it gets bigger, and I really want it to grow like really tall and make like a nice shade area for me. So with the little plants being done, let's move on to the bigger stuff. You know, I have 4 fruit trees that I put into the ground this year. So take a look at the first one right here, guys. This is right here is my mulberry tree. Do you remember, like, I had it in like a 10-gallon container, and it stunted the growth. It didn't get really big, but just now look at the size of this thing. You know, I put it into the ground, made it a raised mount, and just look at how big it's gotten. Let me zoom out real quick. Look at that, guys. It is probably easily like 8 feet tall already. So freaking insane how much a fruit tree can thrive when you put it into the ground, you know? So if you are wanting to grow your own fruit trees, put it in the ground, guys. Don't put it in a container unless you're growing like a dwarf variety, you know, and you don't mind it being really small. And on to my final 3 prized possession, and that would be my fruit tree, my other fruit trees. First things first, this is my peach tree. Throughout the season, you know, it had a lot of people recommend to take away all the fruits, that way it can put all the energy into like developing a stronger root and growing bigger. I left 1 fruit on there. It might have stunted the growth, but it looks pretty okay, I would say. Moving on to fruit tree number 2, that would be my persimmon. Persimmons are super great with repelling pests. You don't have to worry about anything with them. They just thrive, you know. So this is the Fuyu persimmon, by the way, so they're very crunchy. They're not the very soft one. And then the last thing right here would be my apple tree. I'm told you're supposed to grow at least 2 of different varieties, so that way it can cross-pollinate. I only have 1 right now, so I might plant a second one. It's pretty tall too as well, so I might snip that down so that way it can be a smaller orchid style. And hopefully we get some apples next year, you know? And there you go, guys. That is a quick update as to how my garden looks at this very moment right now on September 1st. You know, as the season comes along, I want to plant some more stuff, record more content for you guys, and hopefully share my gardening journey. And if you guys enjoy these type of videos, you know, just give me a like, comment below on what else you'd like to see, and remember, take it easy.